Okay, heads I win, tails you lose. Damn it. Okay, so in my last video I talked about selling gold, and I gave two very different accounts of selling it. It's a long video, so I'll give you the Cliff's Notes here. Basically, selling eagles was incredibly easy, but selling random old European coins was difficult and time consuming. Now, both of those cases were large sales with unexpected timing, and there are other ways to sell. So the moral of that story was pretty straightforward. It's basically that simple choices made early and often will scale into much larger implications down the road. So in the cases I laid out, I had one habit that scaled really well, and I had one habit that scaled pretty poorly. And what I didn't really mention is that I've sold a few coins peer-to-peer, and I got more in those few cases than I would have had I sold them to a local coin shop. And these are two examples of coins that I'd have to sell peer-to-peer to get more than melt. Now the Buffalo will sell for above melt, but that has nothing to do with the fact that it's a proof coin. But this American Liberty 225th anniversary coin, I would be losing all numismatic value if I took it into a local coin shop. So again, in both the cases I mentioned in that last video, I had volume and timing both working against a private sale. But moving one coin at a time with no pressure to sell quickly is an entirely different situation, and you have plenty of options. So if you want to buy that Homer Simpson coin, knock yourself out. Really, all you need to know is that your local coin shop isn't going to be a good option if or when you want to sell it. I've had coins that required peer-to-peer sales for various reasons, and I've sold on eBay and on forums to mixed results. The upside of using eBay, of course, is that your money is held in escrow. You've got a professional in the mix. But the benefit of doubt is always given to the buyer. They can say they didn't receive the package, and then you're dealing with the shipping company and PayPal, and it's a big mess. So obviously I've had a bad experience. I've been burned as a seller before, but I've also been saved as a buyer using eBay a few times. Forums work a little bit differently. In the case of forums, you're dealing directly with the buyer, and that's mostly a good thing. But because there's no professional or institution involved other than the group moderator, you're more or less on your own if there's a dispute. And the same then goes for Facebook groups. Forums are losing a little bit of ground to social media giants like Facebook, but the model's basically the same. You post a listing and then you field a bunch of offers. You're kind of on your own then when it comes to shipping, and one of the things that you're going to need to have on a forum or Facebook group is some history and some reviews from past buyers, basically telling others how you handle shipping. So it's hard if you expect to just kind of swoop into a forum or Facebook group and post something and have it sell the next day. It's just not going to happen. And Instagram and YouTube are similar. You need to have some background, and in the cases of either of those, really you need to have a following if you're going to expect to be able to sell. Now, I'll just tell you that shipping a $2,000 gold coin to some stranger I met on the internet makes me a little bit nervous. It's just not something I enjoy personally. But, I don't make my money selling coins on the internet, and your mileage may vary. I think it's probably pretty safe to say that anyone recommending you buy semi-numismatic coins doesn't have that funny feeling that I get about these things. They've either done it before and they know what they're getting into, or I guess they're just willing to give it a shot. But another option you have is to sell to online dealers like AppMex. And these options have gotten a lot better over the years. So AppMex in particular has a partnership with UPS that makes insurance and tracking a lot easier. I think they have a minimum buyback of like $1,000, which isn't a big deal. And you can call them or you can email them for a quote. They make that process pretty easy. Everything is very well documented and professional. And really the worst part is going to be the few days delay between you letting go of your gold and then actually receiving your payment. And then, of course, you have to remember this isn't a private sale where you walk away with cash, and that's going to be a bigger deal to some people than it is to others. Now, in any of these cases, the more obscure the gold coin is, the more knowledge and patience you're going to need to have to be able to get the right price. And I personally plan to pass a lot of these coins to my kids someday, and so I really like this comment. So Daniel Diaz writes, great topic. Also consider that you might not intend to ever sell, but your loved ones just might after you're gone. Make it easier for them and help them get maximum profits by leaving them a highly liquid coin. So besides being a little bit morbid, this is a really sharp observation. And when I pass my gold coins on, either in person or otherwise, I don't want anyone to have to hassle with anything. The local coin shop will be the most likely place an heir goes with a pile of gold they've inherited. And we all know how the local coin shop handles semi-numismatic bullion. They pay against gold weight, and then they're going to pay more for local favorites. But that potential weird situation is avoidable. So all of my videos kind of have a theme that falls somewhere between planning for scale and then just having your house in order in case, I don't know, life sneaks up on you. Now, if you think about the long game and how your strategy will play out over, say, 20 years while you accumulate maybe 3 to 6 ounces per year, you're going to be looking at 100 ounces or more, and that's a totally different animal than a few ounces is. So if you're a new stacker and you plan to stick with it for a long time, making good decisions early and often is going to scale really well. But that doesn't mean you can't stack for fun as well. And I never mean to call your baby ugly when I say an eagle is better than one of these, whatever fancy coin you have. Really, just know that something like this coin is going to take some work. But something more like a popular bullion coin like an eagle or a buffalo is going to do the work for you. And when you have that 100 ounces of gold, you're going to be happiest if the bulk of your stack is the most liquid possible choice. But then you can sprinkle in your Homer Simpson donut coins or whatever. See what I did there? Sprinkle. Never mind. All right, thanks again for watching. And if this is a topic that you want to learn more about, actually how you flip coins, let me know in the comments. It might be something that I should really try to put together a collaboration video for. So do me a favor and hit that like button on the way out, and have a fantastic day.